Hello there. This is my commentary for the Phantom Critic. So yeah, this was fun. This was incredibly fun to film. I really enjoyed making it. I think some of the passion was sucked out of me a little bit, mainly because of my kind of insecurity about the concept. It is very embodiment of my mind. As you can see, Full Gabe's dead here. Oh, nice. Yeah, so this is the reshoot that was done on a Thursday after I showed it to my one of my teachers. Said, yeah, the atmosphere isn't very good in the original location, and I kind of agreed. So I ended up reshooting it. Jake here is doing an amazing job as Tobias Fleming. Yeah. Yeah, this part of the script was one of the most early things I developed, kind of the back and forth nature between these two characters. I think this is one of the best. Yeah, that cut there is really good. Bit like not. I wish it was a bit more in focus, but you kind of get the gist. Oh, I find this shot so funny. Just the way it's thrown, the fact that you can barely see my face. This is one of the best shots in the whole film. This I owe Guy for this, the nice pan. He gave me the idea for this shot. I really appreciate that. Yeah, next shot also very good. Kind of plays up the comedic aspect of it. This location really adds to it. You can kind of very clear that it's a therapy session. You understand kind of the gist of it. I love that. No, just laying it down as it is. This is one of the last shots we ever shot. I kind of wish that I got a bit of a zoom in on my face because of time restraints. I didn't really think that was necessary. I think this kind of... Cause the reason why I wanted to zoom in to show the walls are kind of closing in on me, but I think this still works to what I was trying to achieve. Yeah, I got the idea of kind of splicing those little images in and clips during the editing process that kind of adds to the comedic tone, and really the absurdity of this caricature of myself. I'm really glad about the props that I was able to gather, the cursed child. Twilight, my Twilight Blu-ray, some Stephen Hawking book that my parents have, and a book called The Meaning of Life, which I think really sums up the Pious Lemon. I kind of wish I was able to cut him off a little bit more clearly, but I think you can still kind of understand that I'm trying to gain control over the conversation. This is the first voiceover thing. I wish my original plan was to extend this a lot further, but in the end I kind of wanted to make it a little bit more concise and just kind of straightforward, and I think I overall made the right move. My plan, of course, is to release an extended version of it. First interview part. I think these parts really kind of streamline it and kind of show you what these parts are really about. Yeah, Jake did an excellent job at answering the questions. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, Jake kind of, like, he kind of gave me the kind of answers I was looking for to kind of portray the message. So I decided to keep just a still image for this, mainly because I think the point of this section is to just kind of listen to what I'm saying and kind of just so you can get my justification for why I think film criticism is important, so it's then justifying when I later criticize the prequels and later on in the review. Now we get Duel of the Fates by John Williams playing behind this scene, which I think really... This scene is a bit janky, but I think the music really enhances it. Like, it just makes it way more fluid. Yeah, kind of cuts up the top of his head. Damn Jake being tall. Yeah, really, I think that's a really good cut. I really like these shots. These shots were mainly improvised on the day of shooting. This is one of the first days of shooting, and I just thought some good ideas of, like, environment shots. This was supposed to be, this street brawl scene was originally supposed to be an entire scene, but I ended up cutting it because I felt like it was unnecessarily padding it out. This works in a montage. Now this part coming up here was really hard to edit. I had to go through lots of footage, I guess sound, audio of the prequels, just splicing it into this scene. It really adds to the confusion, but also comedic aspects of it. And then just cuts out. I was able to find some pretty, like, stock, suspenseful music to really build to this scene, which I think really helps it out. Really good shot. I think it's a good looking shot. Now this is amazing. So then it cuts over to this, and obviously it's like my friends of the characters like reacting, and like they're absolutely loving it. I think the reason why the scene works is that you have kind of a later on you have a subtle way of describing like the difference in opinion when Zach gets the questions answered to him, but now we have not a very subtle version of that with them just screaming at the screen. And then we got the voiceover kind of explaining my reasons for disliking these films. I think I was able to. I could honestly I could go on for like hours about these films, but I think I was able to really streamline and kind of say my opinions very quickly, but not like rushing it in a way. Yeah, good. I think I chose some pretty good footage. This part is really key in my opinion, because I think Zach was very clear and very honest with his answers, and I think they really show the difference in opinion in a more sophisticated and more subtle way. And I think, like in the previous FMP I did when I answered questions, for all the questions I was just a disembodied voice, but kind of having me sitting there kind of like makes it seem a little bit more real, that like Zach is talking directly to me. Then we get this kind of I think this part is like canonically supposed to be kind of in my head, and then I'm just like in another place. I've just ran off away from all my dark thoughts and other opinions. Yeah, I color graded this to be a bit more darker to just fit the tone. Oh, the depression costume never fails. It's very simple, but like it just kind of it fits the vibe perfectly of what I'm going for. And Zach is obviously doing an amazing job as depression, getting that like amazing campy tone that I really wanted with him, because he's not really like a subtle character. He's just like saying straight up to me like what my problems are and how I need to sort them out, and kind of streamlining the themes of the whole thing together, really. Yeah, this is This is one of the earliest things in the script, kind of cutting away to me just punching the air to kind of play up the absurdity of my character. Yeah. I think Zach did an amazing job at kind of just learning the script on the fly. I think he understood the vibe I was going for very well on the day. Some little reshoots of this scene that I did later on that really kind of helped the flow, because some of the audio just cut out on shooting day. Zach doing some great motions, really hamming up. Yeah. Now we get to kind of the end with depression fading away, really. I think it would have been incredibly funny to kind of like, if I had more time, I could have created like some sort of digital effect, like him fading. But like, I think just kind of cutting to him being gone is really funny, and I also added a bit of voiceover over it to kind of make the audience understand what's just happened to our lovable depression. Yeah, he's just gone. And this was the final shot. It was from my phone, this shot, and it's a bit janky, but I think it really plays up the comedic tone quite well. The credits crediting me as director, directed, written, and edited by me. And I just want to give a thank you to Jacob Lord, Emily Sibley, Guy Dixon, and Zach Griffiths for the help on this shoot. And like, just rest in peace, depression. This has been the director's commentary for The Phantom Critic. I am Gabriel Hawker, signing off.